dense, blocking out the sunlight and casting an eerie shadow over her path. Despite the unease creeping up her spine, Emily pushed forward, determined to explore the wilderness and discover its hidden secrets. As she trekked through the underbrush, she stumbled upon an old, overgrown trail that appeared to lead deeper into the forest. Intrigued by its mysterious existence, Emily glanced around, searching for any signs or markings. To her surprise, there were none. No trail markers, no indications of human presence. It was as if the trail had been long forgotten, erased from all maps and memories. Curiosity beckoned her forward, and against her better judgment, Emily stepped onto the trail. Almost immediately, the surroundings seemed to shift. The vibrant greens of the forest turned murky, the once familiar sounds of chirping birds and rustling leaves replaced by an unsettling silence. A shiver ran down her spine, but she pressed on, unable to resist the allure of the unknown. The further Emily walked along the path, the more disoriented she became. The forest seemed to morph and twist, the trees closing in around her, their branches stretching towards her with a sinister intent. Panic began to claw at her chest, her heart pounding in rhythm with her quickened breath. She tried to retrace her steps, only to find the path stretching endlessly behind her, leading her back to the same spot she had just left. Fear consumed her as the realization set in. She was trapped in a looping nightmare, where the path twisted and turned, always leading her back to the same location. It was a macabre maze, designed to confound and torment her. Emily's mind raced, searching for an escape, but every step she took only deepened her entrapment. Time lost its meaning as Emily traversed the never-ending trail. Hunger gnawed at her stomach, exhaustion weighed heavy on her limbs, and despair threatened to consume her spirit. She tried to call for help, but her cries echoed into an abyss of emptiness, swallowed by the unnatural silence that enveloped her. As days turned into weeks, Emily's hope dwindled, and she succumbed to a bone-deep weariness. But just as she reached the brink of surrender, a glimmer of something caught her eye, a flicker of light in the distance. Renewed with a flicker of hope, she mustered her strength and followed the faint glow, praying it would lead her to freedom. With each step, the light grew brighter, illuminating a dilapidated cabin nestled in a small clearing. Emily approached cautiously, her heart pounding with a mix of anticipation and trepidation. The door creaked open with a ghostly invitation, beckoning her to enter. Inside, she found an old journal lying on a dusty table. Its pages, yellowed with age, contained the harrowing tale of another lost soul who had stumbled upon the Vanishing Trail. They, too, had been trapped in the looping nightmare, their despair immortalized in the haunting words scrawled across the parchment. Determined not to meet the same fate, Emily searched the cabin for clues, desperate for a solution to break the cycle. And there, hidden beneath a floorboard, she discovered a small, weathered key. A surge of hope surged through her as she realized its significance, a way to unlock the truth and free herself from the torment. Guided by the journal's cryptic entries, Emily retraced her steps along the path, clutching the key tightly in her hand. She reached a point where the path would usually loop back, but this time, she inserted the key into a hidden lock on a nearby tree. The forest trembled, and a blinding light enveloped her. When the light subsided, Emily found herself standing at the edge of the forest, free from the clutches of the Vanishing Trail. The ordeal had left its mark, etched into her psyche, but she vowed never to speak of it, fearful that the dark magic of the forest could still haunt her. As she walked away, the forest whispered its secrets, the haunting echo of her torment fading into the distance. Emily knew she had survived a nightmare few could comprehend. Forever marked by the Vanishing Trail, a reminder of the darkness that lurks within the deepest corners of the world and the strength it takes to escape its clutches.